Hey everybody, it's Brad at Deere Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Gonna do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2011 John Deere 700J XLT Dozer that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions, I'll get up close to everything, I'll show you everything I see, tell you everything I know, and then of course we'll fire it up, kind of run it through its paces, show you the pins up front on the blade, let you hear the engine, lift the front end up, show you the hydraulics are strong, track it around, turn it to both directions, show you that it turns strong. As always, if you are in the market for a used dozer, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, this one is a 2011 Deere 700J XLT cab heat air Hystat 6-way blade, 115 horsepower pre-emissions diesel engine, 121-inch blade, 22-inch pads, 27,125 pound operating weight, and it's got a radio. This one has 10,152 hours. So like I said, here in a little bit we'll fire it up, we'll show you the pins up here. Actually, the pins up here are fairly tight. There's a little bit of play, but they've had to have been replaced at some point, because a 10,000 hour machine, generally speaking, has significantly more play than what these have. Like I said, they're fairly tight. We'll show you that here in a little bit. We'll kind of get up close to everything here, show you the sheet metal. As you can see here on this side of the engine enclosure, starting to get a little bit of peeling just around the edges on the paint here. That gray is actually pretty bright. That yellow is fairly bright, especially for a 14-year-old dozer. But it's got a little bit of paint peeling here and there, chipped off around the edges. Again, it's a 14-year-old, 10,000 hour bulldozer. Try to get up close to all the cylinders. Cylinders seem dry there. I say it with any used machine, if you go over it with a fine-tooth comb, you're going to find a seep or two somewhere. Same thing here, you can see just paint chipped off from general use. We'll take a good look here at this undercarriage. As you'll be able to see here, pretty darn tall grousers, about not quite 3 fingers, but definitely way more than 2. And as you can see, they're just barely starting to roll over on the edge there. Back side of the pads are pretty darn straight. Pads are pretty good, really. And coming down here, take a good look at the sprockets. As you can see there, the sprockets are good. Plenty of life left here. Looking at the rail, everything's pretty square there. Pretty decent. Just a little bit of a flat edge starting on the one side. I don't know if I'll be able to get up in here so you can kind of see. There's a little bit of a flat edge starting, but there's definitely life left here in this undercarriage. Rollers all seem like they're pretty good. Nothing squeaking excessive or anything like that. It's not too far pushed out up front here. That front idler looks good. Coming around this way, we'll take a look here. Again, just paint chipped off like they always do, starting around the edges. But you can see there that yellow's fairly bright still for a 14-year-old dozer. Coming around to the back here, same thing. That yellow's fairly bright, just typical scuffs, scratches, paint chipped around the edges and flaking away like they all do. Drawbar. Same thing here, paint chips here on this corner panel. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Same thing here, just kind of starting to flake away and around the edges. A couple little spots there. We'll take a look at the undercarriage on this side. Again, matches up really well to the other side. Nice and tall grousers there. Back side of the pads are nice and straight. And down here, sprockets on this side match up really well to the other side. Looking at the rail, everything seems the same here. Up underneath, everything's pretty well the same on this side as the other side. Front idler looks about the same as the other side. Coming around up here. Again, yellow paint is fairly bright for a 14-year-old dozer. Just some scuffs and scratches and paint flaking away in some spots. Down here on the side of the frame, everything looks the same on this side as it did on the other side. Back side of the blade, everything looks good here. My guess is it looks like this cylinder here has been replaced at some point. You can see this one's gray, that one over there is yellow. So my guess is it's probably had some decent maintenance with as tight as the pins are for a 10,000 hour machine, and then seeing that new cylinder. Taking a good look here at the blade. I don't see any spots where it's wore through. Cutting edge is decent. Looks like it still could be reversed. It is a reversible cutting edge. That side looks good. I don't see anything that looks like there's any holes or anything in the blade. I don't see anywhere that looks like it's been poked through. Up here, that grill looks good. Take a look in here in the engine compartment. Okay, as you can see here, pretty darn dry. Some paint peeling away off of that valve cover there, but nothing out of the ordinary there. Side of the block, everything looks good and dry down there. I don't see any oil or diesel or antifreeze running anywhere. Everything looks pretty good here. Try to get in the best I can so you can see everything. In here, looking at this valve body up top there, everything seems good. There is a little bit of moisture down here, but those all look kind of dry. Maybe there's might be just a touch of moisture right here, and there's just a little bit of, I don't know if you guys see it, there's a little bit of hydraulic oil sitting there, so there's a little bit of a seep there. Everything looks pretty good up top there. Top of the cab. Take a look in here. Batteries. Everything looks good here. Take a look at the cab, the interior. All that glass looks good. I'm not seeing any cracks or spider webbing in any of that glass. Here where you step in, that first little piece of metal there is starting to wear away. You can see here where it's shot there for probably a good 12-14 inch section. The floor mat itself though is pretty darn good. I'm not seeing any cuts or tears there. A little bit of mud from us climbing in and out. We had a little over 2 inches of rain here 2 nights ago, so it's muddy out here, but otherwise that floor mat's pretty darn good. Decelerator pedal's in good shape, works like it's supposed to. Taking a look at the seat, that bottom cushion, one little hole right there, about a quarter of the size of my pinky. And then it's starting to get just a little thin down here. You can see that fabric, a couple little dirt stains. Backrest and headrest look good. I don't see any cuts or tears there. Armrests are good on both sides. A lot of times you'll see these are just completely deteriorated. Neither of those are, they're both in decent shape here. Taking a look at our joysticks, blade control, that lever's in good shape, that rubber boot's good. Over here, our drive, everything looks good here. Buttons work like they're supposed to. Throttle works. Park. I can tell you that from running around, this transmission oil pressure light comes on and off. It goes on and off. I don't know, probably just this, I don't know if it's just the sensor.
All right, that is
But when you're running around some, it does come on, then it goes off, comes on, goes off. 10,152 hours. Like I said, there's radio. You can probably hear it in the background. It's working like it's supposed to. At the time of this video, I can tell you the AC is blowing cold. I was running around a little while ago and it was definitely working. Looking at the headliner here, I'll try to go slow. It's actually really clean. I'm not really seeing, there's no real water stains. There's a couple little small dirt stains, if you will, but no water stains. Pretty darn clean, really. And all the controls up here, I know it's hard because it's a little dark in here, but you can still see all the buttons really well and all their functions. Same thing down here. Everything looks good. Kind of getting a good look down on the top of the hood. That gray's actually pretty decent up there. A lot of times you'll see it starts flaking off and peeling off real bad on these. It's actually pretty darn good here. Like I said, this one's a 2011 700J XLT, 10,152 hours. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll fire it up, get right into an operational video.